My dear friends, welcome to Rajashekhar classes on applied data science with Python. This is lecture number 62. In this lecture, we will try to understand violin plots. In general, violin plots are a method of plotting numerical data and can be considered a combination of the box plot with kernel density plot. In the violin plot, we can find the same information as in the box plots. Violin plots contain even more information than box plots. We will try to compare violin plot and box plot. Just try to analyze this diagram. Here what it says, this one is, it is a white dot on the violin plot which indicates median. Interquartile range, which one is interquartile range? The block bar in the center of the violin. Yes, is it not block bar in the center of the violin? What it indicates? It indicates interquartile range. The lower and upper adjacent values, which one is lower and upper adjacent value? This is lower adjacent value, this is upper adjacent value. Correspondingly, you can identify points in your box plot which we discussed in previous lectures itself. Just see, here you have median, just correspondingly you can find median here. Here, in the case of box plot, what happens? This is Q1, this is Q2, this is Q3. This is interquartile range. In similar manner, here also in the case of violin plot, as I told you, this indicates interquartile range. Anyway, let me proceed. The lower and upper adjacent values. This one is upper adjacent value. This one is lower adjacent value. Correspondingly, you can find in your box whisker plot. In the case of box whisker plots, we used to say these are whiskers. Whereas in the case of violin plot, we are saying that this is upper adjacent value. This one is lower adjacent values. The lower and upper adjacent values, the blank lines stretched from the bar. Just it's not blank line, it's a block line. Block line. Just see, this is a block line stretched from the bar. This one is also block line stretched from the bar, defined as first quartile minus 1.5 IQR. First quartile means what? Which one is first quartile? Which one is second quartile? This one is Q1, first quartile. This is Q2, that is known as median. This is Q3, isn't it? Now, how can I define lower adjacent value? It is simple. How can I define? First quartile means Q1 minus 1.5 into IQR. IQR means interquartile range. You will get this one, isn't it? What is IQR? IQR interquartile range. That is nothing but Q3 minus Q1. This is IQR. Even in simple manner, diagrammatically or geometrically, this is IQR. This bar, this block bar is IQR. This is above one is Q3, below one is Q1. Q3 minus Q1 means this bar. Means how can I get lower adjacent value? By subtracting 1.5 into interquartile range, I will get lower adjacent value. In similar manner, how can I get this upper adjacent value? Third quartile, this how can I get? Q3 plus 1.5 into IQR, interquartile range. These values can be used in these values in the sense upper adjacent value, lower adjacent value. These values can be used in a sample outlier, in a sample outlier detection techniques. Means how can I say? These are there is another name. What is that name? That this one and this one is known as Tukey's fences. Tukeys. Tukey's fences. 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 Above this one, this is outlier. I can say this one is outlier. Yes, this one below this fence. This one is also outlier. Just see like this. Means above this Tukey's fence is outlier. Below this lower adjacent value, above upper adjacent value, can be treated as outliers. These outliers, you should understand what is outliers. In future data science classes, we will try to understand in more approachable manner. Just try and being understand those values which are present upper adjacent value and lower adjacent values can be treated as outliers. Even these upper adjacent and lower adjacent values are called as Tukey's fences. The unquestionable advantage of the violin plot over the box plot is that aside from showing the above mentioned statistics, it is also shows entire distribution of data. Yes, that you can understand from this diagram. This is distribution of data. This is distribution of data. There is something like KDE in future classes, kernel density estimate or kernel density plot. In future classes, I will record one separate lecture on KDE or kernel density estimate or kernel density plot. This one I can say this curve I can say kernel density plot or kernel density estimate. It has got its significance in data science, in dealing with data science problems. Why? Because there may be cases your data may not fit in standard distributions like normal distribution, binomial distribution, or uniform distribution. In those cases, you can try to fit that data by using this kernel density estimate. In future classes, I will try to explain. I will take one separate class on kernel density estimate. Time being, just understand your violin plot is combination of this box whisker plot plus KDE or kernel density estimate or kernel density plot. This will give the distribution of the data. This gives the nature of the data. What is the significance of your kernel density estimate? We will try to understand in future classes. As I told you, your violin plot is combination of KDE, kernel density estimate, and box plot. Just try to understand this diagram. Just see, let me say like this. Some of the observations we can make. In the histogram, we see the symmetric shape of the distribution. Yes, is it not symmetric? This is symmetric. This is symmetric curve along this particular line. It's symmetric above this particular line. It's symmetric curve. Your kernel density estimate is a symmetric curve, isn't it? We can see the previously mentioned metrics means median, IQR. Just see this one. Just now we will try to understand your box plot. This is median, isn't it? IQR. What is IQR? This one. IQR means interquartile range. This is Q1. This is Q2. This is Q3. What is my IQR? IQR is Q3 minus Q1, isn't it? It's straightforward. Tukey's fences, yes, it's Tukey's fences, Tukeys, Tukey's fences. What are the Tukey's fences? This is Tukey's fences, this is Tukey fences. This one is outlier, isn't it? This is outlier. This one is also outlier. Now you have to combine this particular box plot with KDE, so that what will you get? Resultant one is violin plot, isn't it? Just observe this one. Just see this box plot. Where it is this box plot? Just see this box plot is here. This is box plot, isn't it? What is median? This white spot is known as median. This one represents median. This bar represents this one, interquartile range, isn't it? That you can understand. What is this? Kernel density estimate. This is kernel density estimate, isn't it? The kernel density plot, even I can say kernel density estimate, used for creating violin plot. Yes, it's true. Is the same as one added on top of the histogram. Yes, this is kernel density plot which is added on the above histogram. Wider section of the violin plot. Which is wider section? Just see, this is wider section, isn't it? Just see width of this one. This is wider section, isn't it? This width is more, isn't it? How can I say? Wider section of the violin plot represent higher probability. Means here you have higher probability of the observations, isn't it? The thinner sections corresponds to a lower probability. This one is thinner. Just see, this is thinner. This thinner sections represents a lower probability. I believe that showing these three plots together provides good intuition to what a violin plot actually is and what kind of information it contains. This is the basic principle behind violin plot. You must understand how one can create violin plot by using box plot and kernel density estimate, so that you can understand concepts in next two lectures without any difficulty. Anyway, let me proceed further. Again, we are taking one more simple example. Just see, this is my KDE, this is my kernel density estimate. How can I say log normal distribution? This particular distribution is known as log normal distribution, which definitely more skewed than normal distribution. Is it not skewed? Yes, it's a skewed more than normal distribution. This is your KDE. This is your kernel density estimate. This curve, just see, this kernel density estimate, or I can say this curve is kernel density plot. Even this one is your box plot. Just I am combining these two. This is corresponding violin plot. You can interpret how the violin plot is formed from KDE and box plot. Mixture of Gaussian bimodal. What is Gaussian distribution, or there is another name? It's a Gaussian means it's a normal distribution. It's a bimodal. Just see this. You have mode 1 here. You have one peak 1. This is mode 1. This is mode 2. Therefore, this I can say this one is bimodal Gaussian distribution or bimodal normal distribution. This is your kernel density estimate. Now our intention is to create violin plot. How can I create? This is my KDE. This is my box plot. Just what I have to do, just compare these peaks. Here I have peak, therefore correspondingly I am getting peak here. Here also I have peak, correspondingly I am getting peak. Anyway, this one is your interquartile range. This one is your interquartile range. This one is median. This white box represents median. Means we create bimodal distribution as a mixture of two Gaussian distributions. How can I say this? This is a mixture of two Gaussian. This is bimodal. This is one Gaussian distribution. This one peak is one Gaussian. There is another peak, another Gaussian. There are two Gaussian distributions, isn't it? Violin plots often used to compare distribution of given variable across some categories. Anyway, we will try to analyze. Let me proceed further so that we will try to understand these things in more approachable manner with the help of simple code. In my next lecture, I can say in summary, I can say violin plots are often used to compare distribution of given variable across some categories. We will try to analyze these things in my next lecture, that is in lecture number 63. Thank you very much.